We back.
We are
We back. Accountability
definitely
partners.
usual suspects, man. The usual suspects, man. It is I, J2O the Don. Then you got my fellow compadre. You know what I'm saying? The one that's always repping. I ain't repping yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't get
Almost.
the rep yet.
It's about time. It's about
But
time,
we
bro. I'm
we
finna I'm
we
finna
we
hold you
getting
to that too.
closer. We inching closer to that. We coming. We got our merch. We got our. You feel me? So you people can know, the audience can know. What y'all is tuning in to, which is accountability's partner. So it is I, man, and that's Treasure Vision over there, man. What we got on the agenda today, bruh?
Man, I feel like every time we talk, it's like needed. You know what I mean? And it don't be that we have something going on, but it be seeming like we be having something going on, either prior to or super close to when we sit down. And it makes me want to ask, uh, how much do you value a check-in? And I know we talked about this before, but just so we can, bring the audience up to par. You know what I mean? And you may feel even more stronger about it, or even less stronger about it for real.
I mean, at this point, I was gonna say that. Like, we have talked about this before, but I'm glad you brought that up, because before I was like, man, them check-ins, they actually do mean something. You feel me? And now I feel even more strongly about the check-ins, because on a day-to-day basis, whether you talk to somebody or not, it's a multitude of things that goes on throughout that day. Whether y'all talked, let's just say y'all talked already, and then something happened between that time y'all talked and then the next time y'all talked. And it's like, that right there, that's huge, because, well, even more huge, because it's like, I've changed so much of who I was to step into the person that I know, who I want to be and who I'm supposed to be. But in that time, it's still, it's still some stuff that go on, and it's like, I know I need to talk to somebody. You feel me? Like, I'm not at a point where I get so mad now that I just go off and I crash out. I'm past that point. I'm at the point now where, if I was to get mad, frustrated, whatever, now I kind of shut down so I can go over it in my head. But checking in, getting that, having somebody just call me or text me and be like, bro, you good? Now I answer that question. I don't be like, yep, it's good, everything good. Nah, you feel me? I'm gonna see if you're genuinely asking now.
Hmm.
And since you're asking, do you have 2 to 5 minutes for me, if not more? Because I really do have something on my mind. So that's where I'm at with it now. So that's why I say, for me, it's even more major. It's
I,
even
I
more
wanna
major.
I wanna jump in before I lose my thought, because you said something, and that's why I feel like I be needing the check-ins. And it was just off what you said, like, because I'll be in my own thoughts. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm in my own thoughts. Not even sometimes. I'm gonna break it down for you what I'm doing. I'm in my own thoughts about the situation. Then I'm in my own thoughts about who I can go to it with. Then I'm in my own thoughts about, when I go to it with them, how they're gonna feel about me after. So then that might keep me from even going to them, right? And when that does become the case, bro, how many times are we actually getting the help or the outlet that we need to get it off our chest? You know what I mean? And that's why I'm learning slowly that the check-ins are more valuable. I don't think um, I know I didn't value them as much as I do now, because I
Facts.
understand the severity of me being in my own head. And sometimes, bro, you either need that confirmation that what you're thinking is right. And I'm speaking to I. Sometimes I need that confirmation that what I'm thinking is right, or I need uh like a almost like you better not do that dumbass shit. You know what I mean? Like you thinking like that. I need somebody to tell me that I'm crazy too. To tell me that I'm tripping. And I don't know. It's just that not necessarily that validation, bro, but it's a support for me. It's a support, and it may be dysfunctional, but that's I know that's how I do sometimes. With certain people I know that I respect, I go to them with something that's bothering me, and when I know I'm in a frustrated mind state, and I'm just like at a prideful solution, I go to them to be like, just so they can be like, you sound dumb as hell. You know what I mean? Because I know that those are the people that actually say that to me. You know what I mean? But if you hear me, bro, like how many layers is that before we actually get to the solution? You know what I mean? Or actually seeking out a solution? Because we're going through so much in our mind about who we could talk to and the judgment, even when it's coming out of our mouth, that we start judging ourselves. You know what I mean? And then it's like it's dealt with within, and it's almost like it never gets done.
I know with me, like I'm when you just said that last part, like I'm in my head about who I want to talk to. Like I nowadays, like I don't talk to too many people. Feel me? Because of the gravity of which these subjects that's coming out my mind and my heart. You feel me? Like these is not no simple, just surface thoughts or feelings. You feel me? It's like me letting the feelings and the thoughts flow through me. I actually feel it, and then you feel me, I go about it from there. Like, but I just feel like, yeah, I could talk to a lot of people, but who's gonna give me actually what I need to hear and not what I want to hear? And nowadays though, that's it's like I don't really gotta think about that much because I only deal with people where I know it's real coming. You feel me? Like I know they gonna give me the real. Them the only people I deal with nowadays. I don't deal with yes men. I don't deal with people that's gonna come around just cause we right here. You going yeah no no I don't know. Feel me? I want you to be who you are and stand in that because I'm gonna be who I am. But the people that I choose to go to is not that many. I can count on one hand, and that's because it's like I know that it's not just gonna be one conversation and then all right, that's cool. Like I know it's gonna be you feel me,
All of us, yeah, for
multiple.
sure.
It's gonna be multiple. So feel me, it's not like I'm just going and you probably not even gonna have the answer for me right then. So that
Yeah,
means
no
that we
doubt.
might have to you feel me? So yeah, I be in my head a lot. And I believe that because I think in general, but since we've been in the pen and what we've been through, what we've been through, so now we like taking that first thought, that second thought, that third thought before we get to the action now. I believe that's where we at. But it's just like I be in my own head so much, and I do have volatile thoughts even still today. You feel me? Because it be like I really do be looking at it like, and I know I'm not the only person, but I'm gonna speak in I statements. I say, you clearly don't know who the fuck you talking to. You clearly don't know who you're dealing with. I still got that bad. I have that bad, and that's horrible. I know that. I shouldn't be thinking like that because at the end of the day, who am I? I know who I am personally, but in the grand scheme of things, who am I? Like I haven't accomplished anything to where I can consciously feel like who you talking to? Like you talking to me? Like you know who I am? What have I done? But I be in my own head, and that's where you feel me. That's where a lot of times that's where that come from. Me being in my own head and having that mentality of the street shit, and like that supersedes everything else, which it does not.
Do you ever notice uh, that you need to talk? And do you ever feel like you need to talk? Um, and if you do, in what situations do you be like, man, I need to talk to somebody?
More often than not, it's when I have a feeling, and then I want to put action behind that feeling.
Yeah.
That's when I call people because it's like of course, I know that, you feel me, I don't want to go to jail or I don't want anything to happen. This would, of course, we know that. That's a fact. But it's just that I know when I'm going to move and it be like, all right, I'm at that point. I'm finna call somebody. Because I know if left up to my own devices in my own head, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm finna call somebody. Whether that make me look weak, I think it make me look strong now. Because it's beyond me. I'm ready to go handle.
I have to stop you, and it's the self talk. The self talk is the strongest, bro. The self talk is the strongest. If you are invalidating yourself, no, I'm saying that wrong. If I'm invalidating myself in my thoughts, in my actions, it's way more powerful than somebody else because I have to live with me. You know what I mean? So it's like when that's where I got good at. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I care what people think to an extent, but it's like I care most about what I think about myself. You know what I mean? It's only is you know that uh uh what happens in the dark comes to the light thing. I'm really strong with that with me, bro, because it's hard for me to be in the mirror and not addressing shit that I know I need to address. And I could like brush it off and try to get busy and try to be somewhere, but it's like I'm gonna be thinking about that. Like, bro, you need to.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
We
It's
got to talk
I'm
about
not
that.
gonna be able to get away
We
from
have
them
to
talks.
address that.
Whatever,
We have to.
bro. It's it going back to the pen, right? The
I'm
same
not
thing
going
with it.
back in my cell thinking about that while you not even thinking about that. I'm in the cell mad. You not even probably thinking about that no
We
more.
gotta get this out the way.
Facts.
Whatever this gonna come to, this because I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. You know what I mean? It don't even have to be. Um, it could be anything, bro. It could
Yeah, it
be
don't gotta be
anything.
heavy. It don't gotta be heavy. It could just be, hey, bro. I had a, I was, I was kind of, I was kind of. So
Am I
we
reading
gotta
that
clear
wrong?
that up. You feel me? We just gotta
Am
clear
I
it up.
reading that wrong?
Yeah,
Am I
that's
reading
all.
that wrong?
Definitely.
Because if not, you're gonna be thinking about that like, bro, you just kind of, see, you know what I mean? You gotta clear it up for yourself. It's never for the other person, bro.
Right.
And I learned that in the pen. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely care what other people think, but I know like if I handle that how I feel like I should have handled that, I don't give a fuck what a nigga thinking about. You know what I mean? Even if I respect him, it's like, bro, I know why I did that. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to be strong in our whys. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been trying to be better at. Is like, why am I showing up to this job? Why am I showing up to this event? Why am I putting myself out there in this light? You know what I mean? And that way, when adversity comes, I'm a little bit, my skin is a little bit thicker. You know what I mean? My chin up a little bit more, cause I'm like, man, I could figure this out for me. Um, because it's like, I ain't gonna say a nigga expecting it, but it's like the 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 mental stress, bro, comes. The mental stress comes, so it just get to a point for me where it's like, man, um, I gotta figure this out. But now I'm comfortable being like, bro, I don't understand this. What do you think? You know what I mean? And that's like been the biggest step for me, being able to not only have people around me that I trust to go there with, but like having the courage to ask. That's the most crucial thing, bro. Gotta have the courage to ask and figure it out.
Yeah, I sit up here. Like I said, I got a few people, that I choose to holler at, and one particular person on a daily basis, like I don't think they know what they, you feel me, how they, what they do to me, you feel me, because it's like, or what type of help they give to me, you feel me, because they let me be me. They let me talk like me. They let me act like me. But when there's a time to be corrected and redirected, I allow them that space because I'm not perfect. I know I don't know it all. You feel me? So they'll probably say something, and I gotta sit with that. And this goes to a conversation and a pod that we also had before, was the message versus how it's, you feel me? And with me, it don't matter how it, you feel me, how you tell me. because I know you got my best interest. That's a
But
fact.
you feel like that with everybody?
No, no, I'm just speaking on specific people. You for one, and then my partner, who I'm talking about. You feel me? Like she always give it to me because we grew up together. I'm talking about like sandbox, and we still, you feel me? We still partners. We still friends. And it's like when she give it to me, I don't be like, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Like nigga, what? Like nah, it's not that. It's you actually right. You actually right. And the reason why I fuck with you more because you're not scared to tell me that. And you're not scared to tell me in your way. So it's like, how can I not respect that? You feel me? And I know I need that. You feel me? So it'd be like, man, how the message brought to me, I don't really be tripping. You feel me? Especially in a time where I know I need it. And when it's given to me, you feel me? It's in a time and it's really coming from love and nowhere else. Because they like most people that I do talk to, they know me to a certain point. They know my past, they know my history, so they know that I can get, to a point where now I'm not listening to nobody. Now it's just whatever it's gonna be. Like people know that. So it's like when they take their time and they telling me something, no matter whether it be hard or soft, when they telling me I don't hit them with that, you talking to because I know it's coming from a place of love and redirecting that energy or those thoughts that I was having. So feel me, that's why I'm like when I deal with people, it's just specific people. You know what I mean? So I definitely, that right, man. Y'all don't know what y'all be doing for me. I told you this before, bro. Y'all don't know what y'all be doing for me. Like this literally, like it lightens my heart and it takes some stress off my brain. Feel me? Because throughout the day, bro, just throughout the day, week, whatever, like, bro, we go through so much because we so
We are journaling when we do this.
for
We are
sure.
definitely journaling, bro. It's this is so healthy. I've ended up like tripping off of it a couple podcasts ago. Like, bro, I like this shit. I was at the house, bro. I was talking about this shit for hours. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm just like, damn, like I'm getting so much off. You know what I mean? And I'm learning as we, because you don't want to say nothing stupid. So when we ask each other questions and you saying what you're saying, you actually putting thought into what you're saying. You know what I mean? And as you're doing that, you're learning more about yourself. I mean, and it's like you go play it back, and it's like, damn, I really do feel like that. But let me improve on that even more. You know what I mean? Or I might pick up on something you said, and it's like, damn, I ain't even repeat that. And it might not even be nothing about me. It could be about a whole situation you having somewhere else, and it's just like, man, I can apply that to my life. That's what accountability partner is supposed to be. It ain't a bunch of people. It ain't a bunch of people or two people or whatever picking at each other. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of people
Or
that's
just
supposed to be.
random subjects. Or just random subjects where all these subjects that we touching on has way more than just a little substance. Like you say, like when we go back and look at this, because I just did that. When I was scheduling and all, yeah, I'm going back. I'm actually watching the whole clip or the whole pod so I can really characterize this and describe it how it's supposed to be. Feel me? But like you talk about, bro, I've been journaling. Well, I believe that we've been journaling. We just never called it journaling. Like we've been writing these raps, poems, this or that. Like, bro, that's a form of journaling. You feel me? We getting some type of thoughts and putting it on paper. But this right here, this is more substance than anything we've ever done or anything I've ever done because these are my actual thoughts. I don't have no vulnerabilities. Well, I do have vulnerabilities when I'm giving it, but I don't have no
You can't hold
reservations
it
about
against me.
doing it.
You
Huh?
can't hold it against me. You can't hold it against me.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, I don't feel less than. I feel like I'm growing. I'm getting stronger. Every single time I do a podcast and we get to talking about something that I know before I would have never talked about. I would have never been telling you about this, that, the third, my feelings, going. I wouldn't have did that, bro. That's just being real. I wouldn't have did that.
But you soft on the inside, bro. So it's like I feel like eventually it was gonna come out, bro.
Facts.
You know that side of you was gonna eventually come out, bro. It's
I
it's
just
come
told
on,
my
man.
brother, I'm like,
I was getting ready to drop.
I'm
I was
way
getting
more
ready
emotional now than I ever was in my life, bro.
to drop.
Emotional, you know what that means? I'm way more emotional, bro. Like it
You in
just takes for
tune.
me to feel, and that feeling is gonna bring some type of action, whether it be crying, feeling sad, whatever. Like I'm gonna feel, and I go through it. I don't hide it. Ain't none of that. You feel me? I don't gotta wait for it to rain for me to cry no more. Feel me? Real nigga shit though. I don't gotta wait
and,
for the rain to cry.
and please tell the people how relieved it is once you actually allow yourself to feel that moment and then move forward.
I mean, who else gonna feel it for you? Who else gonna tell you how you feel? Who else can put that into words if you don't tell them first? You gotta actually know what you feeling, knowing what you going through before you could tell somebody else. Cause then you would be sitting up there on gibber. You would be speaking gibberish, trying to explain how you feel and what you feel to somebody, and you can't put it into words. So how can you have them put it into words?
I'm just
To
sitting
me,
there thinking about. I'm thinking about like I'm thinking about sports. You know, somebody being hurt, football field, basketball court, and it's like the referee or not the referee, the medical people come over there and it's like, man, what hurt? He's like, I don't know, I'm just hurt. It's like you need to be able to tell them, you know what I mean, how we can help. We need to be able to tell our people, tell our friends where we need work at. Bro, I
right?
need you to hold me accountable on this part, bro, because I ain't been working out, bro. I said I was gonna hoop all this week because I got a tournament coming up. Bro, I'm trying to train for this marathon with the whoop. Can you make sure I go hike for the next 2 weekends? If I don't, make sure you tell me I'm a bum. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like that's what that's for, bro. Like that's why I appreciate you, bro, because like it's hard for me to be able to do this and not go try to live it out. You know what I mean? Um, and somebody said something to me the other day. He said, "Trying is lying."
Hmm.
Trying is lying. You know what I mean? It's just like we either doing it or we ain't. And this is one of the things that got me going as hard as I'm going. You know what I mean? Because I'm proud of this. I'm super proud of this. And I'll be thinking like, man, there ain't no way, uh, as we going on in life and we keep this going, that this don't become bigger than us. You know what I mean? It just got to get out there, and I don't mean the videos and the conversations, but the concept. You know what I mean? Like I know I can't call you like, bro, I'm gonna do this, and this in 2 weeks, and a week into it, you ain't calling to check my progress. You know what I mean? You know you can't do that to me. You know you can't go say some fly shit about what you finna do, and you finna edit and post and go record a performance, and I ain't getting no updates on it. I'm gonna be on you, bro. What happened to whoop de whoop? You know what I mean? It's like everybody don't got that, bro. But I think what I'm trying to say is like it's on us to let people know how much they need it. You know what I mean? And the way that we do that, bro, is by being real about where we at and how we get into them steps, and also the struggles in it. Sometimes it's like I was telling you that, bro, a minute ago. Like, man, sometimes I feel like I'm doing everything right, or at least 97, 98%, bro, and it still just ain't going my way. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm pretty sure you felt the same way, and it's just like, what do we tell ourselves in them situations? I mean, what are we supposed to tell our young partners or whoever when they're trying to come to us and be like, bro, how did you do it? And just like, man, I just wanted it bad enough for me.
Yeah, I'm literally, man. When you say something like that, what I just heard literally, when I on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis, when I call or talk to who I talk to, if I call you, let me just before I say that, to validate what you say and just to, let everybody know that we don't just be talking. Um, I'm gonna let you answer this question. So 4 or 5 days ago, let's just say a week, you called me and you was like, bruh, you gotta do you I need you on that. He like, man, I ain't. Hey, bro. Today, I need to see something. I ain't. You didn't call. You didn't call asking. You was like, bro, this is where we at. This is what we own. This is what I need, and I need it now. What I tell you, I said, bro, literally,
You
I
gotta
was
put the
just talking
computer
about.
up right now. The
I
computer
said I was
rolling.
just talking about this yesterday. I said, bro, you can get off my line. I'm finna do it. I promise you. You don't gotta talk
Bruh,
no more. I'm finna do it.
let me finish. Let me finish this story because it's funny. Cause like I swear, I feel like I talked to you and then I called you back like 5 minutes later. It was like three things that I was like, bro, I need like these like right, right now, right now, right. And you had sent them to me. Like, bro, I did this shit yesterday, bro. I'm just now starting to whoop. And 5 minutes later, you sent me all this shit that was already loaded. And I'm like, bro, are you like copying and pasting? You like, no, I'm watching them all and doing it. I'm like, oh man, we got to sit down and figure this shit out. But I felt hella stupid, right? But at the same time, I felt good because I'm like, the shit is getting done. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be on my time. For me, it was already fucking done. For me, but I just I trust that you know where I'm coming from, and I trust that you know how bad I want this shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, what we doing? Like, bro, this today, bro. Like today, tomorrow, bro. We need to be rolling out, bro, because we already got hell of shit loaded up. How many videos we got, bro?
And mind you, I'm not. Like I told you, I'm not done. Like I only scheduled to a certain point because I'm like, all right, that's gonna be cool. That's over. That's over 15 podcasts. You feel me? That's over 15 clips off the dribble. You
For
feel me?
sure.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Feel me? But mind you, in the next couple days, because I gotta go, I'm finna start construction class. So feel me? Next couple days, I'm finna schedule some more. You feel me? But yeah, like man, it's like that's being accountable though. You feel me? That's being an accountability that's being an accountability partner, and that's being accountable because even before you said something to me, because you know you called me at 7, 8, 9 in the morning, you know what I mean, like you do,
It wasn't that early, bro. It
you know
wasn't
what I
that
mean?
early. It
But
wasn't that early.
I was like, bro, I literally was just talking about this. So when it's something that you really grinding for, that you see potential in, like it's already there, feel me? You probably need that extra push. But I ain't gonna say I didn't need it, you feel me? But
You
I'm
really
thankful
didn't,
for
bro. You told me to shut up by just sending me everything done. You know what I mean? And that's what I think the part that you not saying is, yeah, the accountability partner part was me, but the being accountable was you. And what you didn't say is like you didn't argue with me about expecting that from you. And what I think people don't understand about accountability partners is I'm not expecting that from you. I'm expecting that from us. I'm expecting both of us, like you are, to have a certain standard about what we doing and being timely about it. For me, so you not having a panic attack about it or not spazzing on me about it needs to be acknowledged. For me, because
just so
that's what
y'all
the
know, just so our viewers know, just know this wasn't no 1 minute, 2 minute. Hey, bro, I need you to. This was about 5 to 7 minutes of, bro. I need you to do this. I'm on it, bro. Wooty woo.
it wasn't that long, bro.
Bro, I need you to, bro. I've been doing this. I ain't seen nothing, bro. We got this many. I ain't trying to. Now, as our viewers, how many of you could really have taken that in that moment in the morning?
Especially when you was done.
I'll
Especially when
wait.
you was already done.
I'll wait. I didn't say nothing. All I said
It
is,
wasn't in the morning, but it was like 10, 11, I think. It wasn't
I'm
7,
like,
8,
I'm
9.
like, bruh, you don't gotta beat a dead horse, bruh. I got it. I'm on it. He's still on me though. I need it now. I need it. I'm
You don't
like,
gotta beat a dead horse.
I said,
Shut
all right.
up, bro.
He said, and this what he said. This how he counter. Well, show me something then, since so I can stop beating the dead horse. Well, send it to me, bruh. Send it to me then. I,
Bruh,
I
I
said,
don't know where I was driving to. I'm driving to the school, bro. By the time I get to the school, bro, you just sent me everything. I'm like, damn. Like, bro really did this shit last night for me. Cause you telling me like, bro, I just haven't posted the shit, but this already was last night. I was talking about this shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't seen nothing, bro. Last night, nothing, nigga. What's going on? Who? And by the time I got to the school, bro, I think I was driving. I was probably about 15 minutes away. By the time I got to the school, I seen all that shit. I was cracking up like, damn. I'm gonna have to call bro back later, but hopefully I'm gonna give him a couple days and he forget. But you had to put me on blast.
Yeah, just so y'all know that the message and how it's brought to me personally, I don't really be minded because some people need that. I don't need it as much anymore. You feel me? But I appreciate it a lot more than I did because at the end of the day, it's like, yes, of course, I'm going to be accountable to myself, but I have to be accountable to the concept of what accountability partner means, not only to me, to you, but to everybody who ever was to tune in and watch.
And let me rewind again too, um, and go back to me, giving you a hard time, bro, because again, to the viewers, your accountability partner got to be somebody you believe in. If I don't think you could do 50 push-ups, bro, I'm not finna be a workout partner with you. You know what I mean? Or I'm not finna be like an accountability partner with you on that because I just don't believe that you can do it. But if I do believe that you can do it, I'm gonna tell you about yourself when you don't. You know what I mean? And that's what that moment was, bro. Like I know how powerful we are. I know how much we can do when we do it. You've been beating Canva up. So I'm like, this nigga got me twisted right now. Like we finna figure this out. Today or tomorrow, bro. I want to see something, bro. I wasn't even in front of the computer and you was sending me shit. You know what I mean? So it was just like understand that like your accountability partner is somebody that you believe is gonna not necessarily get the job done, but like whatever y'all holding each other to, you believe that this person can do it. So I'm bringing this up because I want you to understand that your accountability partner is supposed to be somebody that you respect. You know what I mean? Um, it's supposed to be somebody you got love for. It's supposed to be somebody that you could see, rocking with. Because if it's a one-way street, it's not going to work. I need you to hold me to something. And you need me to hold you to something. You know what I mean? You could be a physical trainer, and I could be, going to law school, and you could be holding me to just doing homework. It's not really about like, what genre of life you guys are in. It's just about
Right.
having somebody that you could hold that bar with. But again, um, don't look at the accountability partner as nothing else than somebody like you making a partnership. But like I said, the biggest thing is somebody is that you love and respect. You know what I mean? That you believe in. For me, so uh, when your accountability partner calling you and it's like, hey man, you ain't in the gym, you late, you got to take that on the chin, feel me, and take pride in that because they believe that you should have been on time. They believe that you could have did the full workout and not had to finish early or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? So that and perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. How we viewing stuff is the most powerful, I believe.
Yeah, I got just to add a little bit to that. Like, see, it's a difference, right? When you take the concept of accountability partners and to what you said, I mean, it got to be somebody you believe in, somebody you respect. Now, when I think about that, it's like, all right, I'm accountable to myself first. We all know that. Then I'm accountable to you, and then I'm accountable to this person and that person because this is what this is what we cultivating. But
Yeah.
with that being said, it's like once you step out and go, well, once you find out who you are as a person and you cool with that, you gonna be, I feel you gonna be even more cool with somebody calling you and you not looking at it as being checked. You just like, oh, whoop, whoop. Like, well, when I did, you said you was gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm just tapping in, seeing what's going on. I mean, what's your progress on that? Now,
Love that you said that, bro.
now with that being said, it's like you can choose to, you know, depending on your mood for the day. If somebody was to call you after if your accountability partner was to call you after something some type of, turmoil. Now you deal with your accountability partner, and they calling you talking about, hey, bro, I'm just checking in. Whoop, whoop, did you do X, Y, and Z? Now the response to that could be negative, right? Man, I ain't, man. I'm on some other shit right now. This is it. Question that I have is, because I've went through this, not with you, but I'm just saying I have went through this. That's why I'm bringing it up. How would you deal with that as an accountability partner? I'm gonna tell you how I dealt with it, but I'm gonna ask you. I posed that question first. How would you deal with
I
that?
feel like I'm not gonna answer it because I have no choice but to give the commercial answer because I'm logical, bro. I know how to answer that question, right? So I'm gonna go somewhere else with that, but I'm happy that you was bringing that up because I was gonna even bring this up anyway. Um, as your accountability partner, um, or let's say you're my accountability partner on something, and you call me like Trez, but you said you just finna have the album done by your birthday, right? If the album ain't done by my birthday and I spaz out on you, I need you to still be strong. I need you to not be like fuck it, bro. If you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Because that's us not being good enough accountability partners in a sense too. Like the first time somebody spaz out on us, because we might catch them on a day where they got a lot going on. We can't just give up on them and let them give up on themselves. You know what I mean? So I think that's a responsibility that's we haven't highlighted enough. When we're saying that we want to be there for somebody, we got to be able to be there through their frustrations. Because it's going to be them days where they don't want to work out, where they don't want to write music, where they don't want to, you know what I mean? So it's like, uh, I do think there is a limit to how far we go, but it's like it can't be right away. It can't be right away, and I want to speak on that. It can't be right away.
That's
How
why
did
the
you
reason
handle
why,
it?
because I was like, the reason why I say that too is because it's like I have somebody that called me, and I'm not gonna say they're accountability partner, but they kinda are. You feel me? And they didn't call me, and I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, I'm on what I'm on right now. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Period. Point blank. Like, I didn't reach that point for today. You feel me? So now I ain't trying to hear nothing. I'm just gonna do what I need to do, what I know I need to do, which is go over here, be by myself for a minute, and let me gather, and then come back. And I'm gonna holler at you. Of course, it's not gonna be disrespectful when I hop, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, I really ain't trying to hear that right now. X, Y, and Z going on. They might even try to see what it's about. I'm not gonna want to talk right now because I'm not at zero. Now, when I come back to zero, which is even kill, then now we can holler. You feel me? But when I'm in that high or that low, no, it ain't. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna work. But I say that to say to what even to what you said. Now everybody knows me, my past anger, whatever the case may be. So everybody always give me that space and then come back and tap in with me, or I go tap in because I might felt like I was short with you, or I was over aggressive or animated. But it's just like I was just crazy because I'm like, you haven't gone through that with me, but I was just thinking about that. Like I've went through it because I did kind of that one time, and somebody else also did it as well. Feel me? So that's why I was just curious on how you dealt with it.
And if I'm being real, bro, I've dealt with it, and I can't really recall too many like specifics, but 8 times out of 10, when I call somebody to try to hold them accountable and they cuss me out, I was done with them. You know what I mean? So that's why I said what I said because I feel like I know now that if I'm gonna sign up to be somebody's accountability partner, I got to be stronger than that. You know what I mean? Because when we talked about it, more likely if we've had in-depth conversations about whatever it is that you say you won't, we're going to learn about the person that we're supporting that they actually really really want it. So there will be times where when we reach out to them and they frustrated, we're going to have to remind them of the conversation that they had or we had with them when they wanted it. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So we can't be uh, we gotta be for the long haul as accountability partners. For me, it ain't just a nitpicking thing. For me, you also got to be the guy that keeps a person going and encouraging them. Can't just call a nigga on his shit. You got to keep him on it.
Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's I'm glad we came up with this concept, you know what I'm saying? Cuz we didn't have the name accountability partners when we first started this. We was just doing what we do. Feel me?
How did
But
we
then
get the name?
literally I think I told this story before, like we was in the car, we was in the whip, you remember? And we was just like, man, some, bro. We need to capitalize on. We need to make some. We need to do something. Then he was like, bro, we need to make a. We might as well start podcasting. And literally, bro, we was just sitting there, and I literally, I can't remember exactly what song, but we was listening to Money Hill Casino. We on the way to your spot, and then we just started talking. Me like, bro, like accountability partners, and literally right there, I was like, that's hard. And literally, when we got to your house, that you know what I mean, we end up setting the cameras up and all that. But we came literally
We went
we came up with
live.
the
That was the
concept.
one.
We
That
came
was
up
the
with the
one.
concept and the name, literally on the way, nigga, to nigga the EPA, nigga. And that night we did our first one, and you feel me. And that was the like that's still kind of like one of them ones that's to me one of our best ones. Even though it was our first one, it was our best one because we didn't have no set nothing. We didn't have
No
no set
filter. That
questions,
was
no
us.
set
That was genuine.
avenues,
That was
no
before we
route.
even knew how to do it.
We didn't have nothing, and it was just all genuine. What was our first one? Pretty much speaking on social media. What is accountability partners? What does it mean? Who can be who can be an accountability partner? So that was kind of like the setup, the actual foundation. But yeah, that it came, bro. We was literally on the way, nigga, to your spot, and we came up, like, man, let's make a podcast. You feel me? You said let's make a podcast. You feel me? I don't know. I don't even remember which one of us said accountability partners. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember either, bro. But
But
I
I
know it
know
was like it
on that
matched us.
road.
We had already been on it. We've been talking about it so much.
Yeah, we was on
We've
that
been talking
road
about it
though.
so much.
Yeah, that was so that we need to. I'm gonna have to ponder
I
on that.
can't wait, bro. Like a year or two from now, we in
Or
like
or
a big old crazy studio shooting an episode. I'm gonna be like, hey, I need y'all to play a clip of that. What's the name, real quick? For me, we'll be able to share the screen on the screen, and we're gonna be all the way nice AI set up. So we gonna be heavy with it by then. But we definitely gonna be playing little snippets of us when we started, man. I already feel like, bro, we got the hottest thing out right now. And I'm so like I said, proud to be doing it with you because it's I know you know where I come from. Feel me? I know you know where I come from, not the city but the mind. Feel me? So um, yeah, it's only up from here, bro. It's only up.
definitely,
We gonna wrap this up. We're probably gonna have to do this again, super super fast. Um, and be great.
man,
Accountability partners, man.
definitely.
Stay too old to die.
Y'all know what it is.
Stay too old to die, man. We out of here, man.
Man, I need man. We gotta hurry up and get this merch, bro. Cause I'm tired of seeing you with yours, and I don't got mine. All I got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause I'm on a reality TV show, man. From nothing to something. This the network. Y'all can go tap in. Little cross from I'm plugging right now. I'm plugging cause he can plug his, cause he it's on his head and on his chest. I gotta put it up from nothing to something, man. You know what I'm saying? But this accountability partners, man. If y'all ain't tuned in, if y'all know somebody that ain't tuned in, man, pull a coat. Feel me? Tell them this some real right here. This something real. This is beyond me. This is beyond him. The concept is ours, but we generously paying it forward to everybody else. Salute, man. You know what I mean? It's accountability
Salute.
partners, man.
Yes, sir. We out.